still got a few people left in the stream that are talking. So what do you guys want to talk about? Because I am bored. Unless you just want to sit back and watch me kill people on TDM. Which that can get boring sometimes.
Who do you think will win the next American Idol?
I don't even... What? Preferably a conversation about something that I can talk about?
Oh. Well, I could fake talking about American Idol.
How did I get started on PC? So, quickly, do you want to start this one off and then I'll finish it?
Alright.
I started off.
So, once upon a time, I had a PC. And this PC was an above average PC for the time. It had a 460M in it. It had an i5 something. It was an i5. And I played Battlefield 3 on the PC right when it was released. Now, Boogly decided one day when it was released to come over to my house and play it. And he did gooder. And then he played it on console for a while. And then he got it for PC. And then he can continue from now. Because I'm not a very good storyteller.
I'm gonna upload that and call it Boogly Story Time. Anyway, I'll continue. I'll finish the story. Well, to put in a little more detail, when Battlefield 3 came out, it was a really hyped up game between our small group of friends that we had. And yeah, me, Boogly, and another one of our friends went over to his house, day of launch. I believe we all he went to go download it, and we all left. We walked to our school. We walked to like our local convenience store for something, came back. Once we got back, Battlefield. I got to spend the first life. I spawned, no, I actually stayed back and they left, that's what happened. And I got to play the first life, and I went 5-0, M16A3, with no attachments on my first life. So, you know, that set the stage for me. And then after that, I didn't have a PC, I didn't have a PlayStation. So I was stuck being a lowly scrub who didn't have any gaming system. And basically every other day, we would go and shoot that guy in the face. I would go over to his house and we would take turns, and then we would make requirements like you would have to get this many more kills of life in order for you to play the next life to make it challenging.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And then sometimes he would have me do C4 buggy, like you had to get like a C4 buggy kill each life in order to continue playing. So it forced me to care about my KD, and that's where the stat farm started. All because Oogly wouldn't let me play unless I got a good score.
So it's all my fault, right?
Hey, you turned me into the person that I am now, with like stats and being good at this game.
That was the only way we could rotate between playing, so...
Yeah. Oh, and this is where Oogly first started to learn the jets. Now, should I tell them your first jet takeoff or no?
Go for it.
Yeah. What happened was Oogly, his first jet takeoff, the controls by default is where if you pull down, your jet goes up and it...
No, I was trying to use the arrow keys.
Oh, he's trying to use the arrow keys. And he tried to take off, and he blatantly crashed into the ground. And after a few tries, he realized that the stuff was inverted. The controls, so he went and fixed it. Then he tried using the mouse. Then he was really, really bad at jets. And I told him jets are a waste of time, and you should learn to be infantry, because jets are boring. Okay, oh, one sec, this guy in front of me. I traded kills. Where was I? Yeah, and then Oogly started to fly jets, and then I would play infantry and I would kill stuff with the C4. Well, a few months later, a friend of mine got a PlayStation. He had a PlayStation. He got Battlefield for PS3. But during Christmas, he got 2 copies from 2 different people. So he let me try out a copy, obviously not using the online code, just to play the campaign. I played the campaign for the first few missions, and from there, after about halfway done with the campaign, I actually contemplated for like hours, should I pay him the $40, the whole $40, you know, to buy this game from him? Because he got it for free, so he's not going to charge me $60. So I contemplated for a few hours, and I finally decided, well, because I got a PS3 for Christmas, so I told you, yeah. So then I contemplate for a long time, and then I finally decide to buy Battlefield. Oh shoot, shoot, shoot. I gotta hide. No, I don't wanna die. Okay. Then I got Battlefield on PS3. At first, I was really, really bad. And yeah, I was terrible. I had like a either 2 or 0.4 KD. I had like a 300 SPM, and I was terrible. Then I met this guy. I'm just gonna refer to him as Chino because that's like the part of his name. And his name was really complicated and long to pronounce. But I didn't have a microphone. I just had like crappy sound from a TV and a 720p TV. And I would gun for his tank. And he's like, well, I used to go by different names. Anyway, he's like, you're good at gunning in my tank. I'm like, sweet, I can accomplish something in this game. And where did it go from there? Oh yeah, it continued where I was gunning for him constantly, and we were getting good scores. And then he just stopped playing online. Then I accidentally deleted him off my profile. And then, over the months, I make new friends, I join different clans, there's lots of stuff that goes on in those clans. And then, after a while, I get to the Colonel 100. Oh, and I meet lots of people along the way, but I'm not going to name them because there's too many to count. So, yeah. And then from there, I meet up with this tank driver again through a mutual friend. When that happens, I'm a Colonel 100 with a mic. He's like, hey, is that you? I'm like, yeah, it's me. I'm that guy who used to gun in your tank, and I was sitting at like a 1.6 KD with like 100,000 kills. I was Colonel 100. I was good in the game. And then he started gunning for my tank, and that was a lot of fun. And then from there, I contemplated getting a job. But this is like after like the 1 year mark, and this is like in like February-ish. Right after I turned 16 or 15, something like that. And I was being pressured to getting the job because of my dad. Because he didn't like me playing so much video games. He wanted me to do something with my life, at least partially. Because I already got all A's in school, and that's boring. So yeah. And then from there, we kill you. Anyway, I tried to get a job at 15. But the place I applied to, I had to be 16. So I waited another year, played Battlefield. Got like up to 100,000 plus kills, like 120, 30, no, like 150? I don't remember. And then I had multiple accounts I messed around on. And then from there, I got a job that I worked throughout that summer when I was 16, which was, let me think. Basically a year and like 4 months ago is when I started working. Like a year and 4 or 5 months ago that May. Then I worked that summer, I built myself my gaming PC, which was a GTX 760 4GB with a 3770K with some Hyper 212 Evo 650 watt power supply. Anyway, basic good gaming PC. And at first, no, actually to begin with, I had a Sapphire 7870. And then from there, I played Battlefield, and I messed around with the settings, and I started to learn that, hey, low settings give you high frames per second. And I had a 144Hz monitor. I'm like, I want to get the higher frames per second so I could see the higher refresh rate. And I was using the 3770K at stock clock, and I like to know how to get better FPS, and I figured, well, to get better FPS, you gotta add a second graphics card, which is stupid. I'm so stupid for doing that, but I bought a second graphics card. I put it in my system, I did Crossfire 7870s, and it didn't give me any better FPS, and I got angry. And right after that, I realized I could overclock my CPU, which I was really scared to do because I thought it would break my CPU, or fry it or something, you know, all that stuff. So anyway, I should probably save the clip, and I'll continue. Now, after that, I figured out overclocking my CPU give me better FPS, and then I had the spare graphics card that is still in my closet today. So if anyone wants to buy a 7870, I don't know how I could give it to you, but I have it in my closet. It's just sitting there. Anyway, then I got a 760 just because I wanted to have Shadowplay for recording. And then you can see my very first video I uploaded was a something streak with the M16 on Rush. And shoot. Okay, shotgun. And then on Rush, I murdered everyone with the M16. That was my first match recording with the Shadowplay.
And he happened to record me in that exact clip too.
Yeah, Oogly's there too. I killed Oogly, yeah. And he was like, you just killed the entire team. I'm like, yeah, I did. Well, also, because after I built the PC, and I did all this stuff, I held like a 2 KD with like a 20% accuracy, so right off the bat I was really, really good at the game. Well, not really good. Not like those super tryhard kids. But I was above average. So this is where Boogly started to get really good. He started playing on PC. I had the Steel Series Sensei Raw, with...
I'm surprised you completely skipped over Call of Duty.
Oh, well, this is how I got good at Battlefield. Or
Oh,
PC.
okay.
I mean, Call of Duty's another time. That's really boring, though. I mean, the whole conversation with that is... Never mind. Another time. It's probably like... I'll call it Boobly Storytime Part 2. Okay. So... What was I saying? Oh yeah, M16. Yeah, I was... 2KD. Yeah, the 2KD, 20% accuracy. And I was going from there. I was doing pretty good. And then, I played a few months. I met... the whole reason why I joined 80K was because I had good thing on the servers, and Oogly and I were trying to find a good TeamSpeak to go on. So we joined the 80K TeamSpeak. And I met a guy. And then, I think his name was Yummy Pepsi. I think he's the first person I met. And then from there, I just meet a lot of people, a lot of nice people, and then I meet Dynasty. Now at first I thought Dynasty was a nice guy, but then he turned out to be a total asshole. But then he was good at the game, so I wanted to be like him. Not be like him, learn from him. Like I did, like when I learned from all those YouTube videos that I watched how to get a Battlefield on PC. He called me a hacker a lot, which made me sad because I had no idea how to prove I wasn't a hacker at the time. But anyway, time went on, I got better, Battlefield 4 came out. And I tried, when Battlefield 4 came out, I tried to go hardcore tanking. Like, this is before... You know what I think I said? Let me think. Yeah, because I uploaded that Rush thing with Battlefield 3 in, like, January. So this is, like, after Battlefield 4 came out. So I didn't get the 760 until after Battlefield 4 came out. I'd probably specify that. And I went back to play Battlefield 3, so that's what happened. But anyway, yeah, Battlefield 4 came out, and I tried to go tanks only. Which my first match in a tank, I went like 1-2 or 0-1. Or like, something like that. A really low score. The second match, I had like 65 kills in like one death. It was really good for my first match. I was amazed. Like, tanking's so much fun. But it was a fluke. And I played this at like 3 AM on a school night because I went to bed early because I was all excited to play Battlefield 4 when I woke up. So I went to bed early and woke up at like 3 and played Battlefield 4. And I tried to do tanking for the first few days, and it didn't work out too well because the tanks were kind of crap. Then from there I started to slowly get into infantry, and slowly, over time, I'll get better and better and better. And I started to do less and less tanking. And then after a while, I started playing like TDM and Domination. Then after a while, I just went to straight TDM. And here I am at 130,000 kills, with easily 100,000 plus of those being in TDM. And I've upgraded my PC since then, as I built a few weeks ago. I upgraded my mouse, keyboard, mousepad, headset, microphone, and I'm even streaming, which that's how far I am now in like the world of me progressing to PC. And yeah, I think that's about it for Boogly story time. What do you think, Uzi? Did I cover all the bases?
I'm spraying with a machine gun.